Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss about the range input in HTML. So if I just go here on the documentation on MDN, as you can see, there is our range input. So basically it is a slider, as you can see, and you can use the slider when the precision of that particular input doesn't matter that much. Okay. For example, you want to just add a slider for the volume. So there you can use the slider, basically the range input in that case. Okay. As you can see, here is our input type of range. Okay. So here are many of the things here, right? So as you can see, there we go. So this is the range input. Okay. So let's create that one ourselves. Okay. All right. So let's go here inside of the code. Okay. And here, once again, I'll add a P. And here input colon range. All right. So name, let's do volume. ID, let's do volume. And so on. So here we are having the range input. And here, as you can see, this is quite smooth here, right? Because we haven't specified the minimum and the maximum values yet. Okay. All right. So let's do that. So let's add the minimum of 0 and maximum of 5. Let's do that. If I just do that, now as you can see, we are having 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay. So 0, it is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And also one thing to point out here, depending on your browser, your range input might look a little bit different, but it will be a slider here. Okay. All right. So this is how we can create the range input here. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll add a label. Okay. Label for volume. And here what I'll do something like volume. Okay. All right. So this is the volume, type range, name volume, and so on and so forth. And let's see what happens whenever we are submitting the form. So let's do something like 10 here. Okay. All right. So here we go. So if I just do something like this, and let's do something like this @dd.com. Okay, let's do the age of 20, 1 to 3, https://github.com ddd accept, yes, and then I will just add something like this. Okay, and hit save. Not hit save, but just submit the form. Okay, let's do that. And as you can see, I'll just copy this last part, and while submitting the form, this thing happens. Okay, so volume equals to that particular number where our slider was. Okay, so in that case, if we want to do something inside of the backend, we can do that by using this volume name here. Okay, all right. Now, as you can see here, so if I just go back and just refresh, so now as you can see, this thing, this particular value starts at the middle, but we can change that. So if we want to start at something like 1 or 2, so we can do something like value, and let's do something like 2. Hit save and go here. Now it is 1, 2. So basically it will start at 2. Okay, all right. And once again, what we can do, we can have the steps as well. Currently what is happening here, as you can see, it is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so we are going with one step at a time, but now we can change that behavior as well. So we can do something like step, and let's do 2. Okay, so now what will happen is that it will go 2 steps at a time. So 0, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, and then 10. Okay, so we can do that as well. And there are many of the other things as well which we can do with the ranged input. So as you can see, we are having the type, id, name, min, max, value, and the step as well, which we have covered. Okay, all right, so this is basically the ranged input in HTML. So whenever you do not care about the precision that much, you can use the range input. But for example, selecting the age or something like that, this is the terrible idea. So please don't use that to just like have the age or something like that. Okay, so if you want to make a slider for the volume or something like that, you can use the range input to do so. Okay, all right, so this is the range input in HTML.